The ice flower. This is a story that began with our first hard freeze, the morning of December 7th, 2010. I'm guessing you all have seen flowers before, like this crocus. Perhaps less noticeable are the early flowering trees, such as this eastern red cedar. That is, unless you shake a branch and see clouds of pollen. No wonder we have sinus problems at this time of year. I assume you are also acquainted with ice, which can freeze water overnight. Sometimes ice falls from the sky in an ice storm, leaving a beautiful but slippery glaze on top of snow. If you are heavy enough, you can break through this coating of ice. But if you are lighter, walking on ice is not so simple. But how can ice form a flower? Think burst water pipes. Walking my dogs on the morning of December 7th, I noticed an aster that looked as though a white plastic bag had wrapped itself around the stem. This is the biggest ice flower I have ever seen, over a foot tall on the first day. Since I walk by this aster every day, I learned that ice flowers reoccur on the same plant. And over the next 2 months, I could observe its changes through time. During the day, it melts away. But after a freezing night, it bursts forth again, each day shrinking in size, and starting to look more typical, rather like a so-called gypsum flower in a cave. It didn't freeze every night this winter. So I found the ice flower on the same plant only on those mornings after a freeze. Each morning it looked different, shrinking. I noticed that the outer coating on the stem began to strip away, hanging but still attached higher up on the stem. Does this plant continue to produce an ice flower because it is still alive and pumping water up from its roots? Here, you can see strips of bark hanging from the top of the stem. Tonight, March 1st, 2011, the temperature is predicted to drop from the 84 degrees we had yesterday to 35 degrees tonight. Perhaps a little too warm to find out whether the ice flower will reappear. Is the aster still living, or will I see it leaf out this spring?